Aesthetic design is as important as function. The goal is really to enhance the material to create a beautiful installation.
The selection of hardware based on both form and function is a critical step for designers and architects.
When you look at architectural design hardware in the marketplace, what you find is hardware that has been designed specifically to work with very common building materials. Wood, stone, metal, glass. There's very little hardware out there that is made specifically to integrate with resin.
There's a lot of different things that we have to consider when we think about the panel. Some have great impact strength but can be flexible. With heat and cold, it can expand and contract. It's really critical to have hardware parts to accommodate all these inherent differences in the material.
So what we needed was hardware that would be able to operate around these different nuances of working with translucent resins. Our hardware at 3form is specifically engineered to work with our material. There are special gaskets, bushings, washers, glazing channels, all different types of hardware pieces that are designed to integrate between a metal piece of hardware and a resin piece of material.
About 70% of our hardware is designed in-house that takes into all the factors of gauge variation, load, rating, application, and then the other 30% of parts that we buy are commodity parts that we don't have to develop from scratch. Our extrusions are 70% recycled content. We've worked with our vendor and their vendor to source recycled billets so that we can offer LEED credits, and that's important to us from a culture and internal focus on sustainability.
We do a lot of brainstorming sessions, and we sit down with engineers and designers. We look at the function, we draw it, we sketch it, then we mock it up and we test it. Find out what works, what doesn't work, and we retest again. Every piece that you see in the hardware catalog has gone through a lot of this type of design iteration.
Within the hardware team, we have some of the best industrial designers in the industry. This is a forward-thinking, design-minded group of people who develop these parts that are beautiful.
I think the inspiration, we really wanted something clean looking. The aesthetic is important with the hardware because you don't want the design of the hardware to compete with the material.
Hardware execution is not only about a design aesthetic, but also about installation. A lot of times people come to us with a lot of questions that they need to have answered. So tech support will take them from the initial stages of their design concept, walk them all the way through to the end and give them hardware recommendations and just make sure that what they're trying to accomplish is able to be done.
3form hardware represents a broad array of application possibilities. Versa is a partition system that is extremely flexible.
Frame is a lightweight, demountable partition system. Suspend is a cable system that's hung from the ceiling.
Point support is our standard cap and barrel system. We have 5 sliding door systems.
Top support is a channel system to hang material from floor to ceiling. We also have the point support XT line for exterior applications.
We have an incredible program called Ready to Go that brings together our materials, our hardware, our fabrication, our lighting, so that you can be confident in the execution of your project, but you can alter the material any way you want.
The value in having a hardware team at 3form is you get the people who make the products and design them who are also supporting you in your installation.
We're able to see issues and work through them together, and that's because of the design and installation backgrounds of the whole hardware and tech support team.
When you have engineers and experts that are behind the chemical properties, the mechanical properties, electrical properties of what we sell, and the fabrication, you start to realize the breadth of what we can do and why we guarantee we can do it well.